Hi guys, I'm your English teacher Kay with ISpeakSpokeSpoken.com, and today I'm going to teach you the difference between do and make. And don't forget, you can click here to download the slides and take a quiz at the end. Now, let's get into the difference between do and make. These are both action verbs, and we use do generally when we're talking about performing actions or doing tasks, and we use make when we're talking about constructing something or producing something. Let's do a deep dive into do. So do is often used for actions that are regular or habitual. For example, do you often do yoga in the morning? Or they did nothing to solve the problem. So again, this is used for general habits. For example, every morning I do stretching, or every Wednesday I do Pilates. And let's go back and check our pronunciation. Often, we tend to drop the T sound in this word and we stress the first syllable. Often, often. And yoga, we stress the first syllable. Yoga, yoga. Nothing, don't forget we've got that TH sound in here. Remember to stick your tongue between your teeth. And we stress the first syllable. Nothing, nothing. Once again, nothing. And solve, say it with me, solve, solve. The L sound isn't exactly invisible in this sound, but we do tend to soften it. Solve. Once again, solve. Good. And problem. We stress the first syllable. Problem, problem. Very good. Now, other ways that we can use do is when we're talking about occupations or tasks or duties. For example, she did her chores before going out. So as you can see here, this is simply the past form of do. And the task or the duty would be chores. For example, she did her chores. She did the dishes. She did laundry. Or, our team does the maintenance work every month. Here we have the form of do for a plural subject. Our team does. And let's go back and check pronunciation. Chores. We've got the CH sound at the beginning. Chores. Chores. And going out, we stress the first syllable. Going out. Going out. And maintenance, we stress the first syllable. Maintenance. Maintenance. And we have every month. Stress the first syllable. Every month. And we have that TH sound, so put your tongue between your teeth. Every month. Every month. Very good. We can also use do as a replacement or a substitution instead of repeating the same part of the sentence again. For example, I prefer not to shout, but sometimes I do. But sometimes I do what? Shout. So here, do is being used instead of repeating this part of the sentence. It would sound a bit strange and redundant to say, I prefer not to shout, but sometimes I shout. Instead, we replace it with do. Or, for example, they said they would help, and indeed they did. Here we have the past form of do, and they said they would help, and indeed they did. They did what? They did help, because it would sound strange to have this sentence read, they said they would help, and indeed they helped. So again, we use do instead of repeating the same part of the sentence. And let's go back and check pronunciation. Prefer, we stress the second syllable. Prefer, prefer. Shout, we have the SH sound. Shout, shout. And do, make sure you're not saying do. Do, do. Very good. And said, not said, said, said. Would, we don't say the L sound. Would, would. Very good. And indeed, we stress the second syllable. Indeed, indeed. And did. It's not died, it's did. Very good. We also have some idiomatic expressions that involve the word do. For example, do me a favor. This is a request or a polite way to demand that someone does something special for you. Or, for example, let's do lunch next week. Grammatically, this probably sounds a bit strange, but you will hear native speakers say this all the time. Let's do lunch next week. And let's check our pronunciation. Favor, we stress the first syllable. Favor, favor. And once again, do, do. Very good. Now let's take a look at make. Once again, this action verb is used to describe constructing or building physical things, or it could refer to plans. For example, he made a beautiful sculpture for the exhibit. This is referring to making, creating, constructing a physical thing. Or she made arrangements for the meeting. This is more in the abstract sense, where make is used to show that you are producing plans of some kind. And let's go back and check our pronunciation. Beautiful, we stress the first syllable. Beautiful, beautiful. Once again, beautiful. And sculpture, we stress the first syllable. Sculpture, sculpture. Once again, sculpture. Very good. And exhibit, we stress the first syllable. Exhibit, exhibit. And here in the second sentence, arrangements, we stress the second syllable. Arrangements, arrangements. And again, meeting, stress the first syllable. Meeting, meeting. Don't forget to click here to download all these slides and take the quiz at the end. Continuing with make. It can also be used to show that something is producing an outcome, and it's used when an action leads directly to a result, especially when it's causing an emotional result. Here are some examples. The speech made everyone laugh. So laughter, feeling joyous, feeling humorous, this is an emotional result that is the outcome of something, and that's why we are using make, and here it's the past tense form. Or, for example, your comments made her very happy. It resulted in an emotional response. And let's check pronunciation. Speech, we've got that CH sound at the end. Speech, speech. Once again, speech. And laugh. Isn't this a funny word? We have GH at the end, but it makes the F sound. Once again, laugh, laugh. One more time, laugh. Very good. We can also use make when we are describing compelling actions. For example, forcing or coercing someone to do something. Let's take a look at these sentences. The law makes it compulsory to wear seatbelts. Here we have makes, showing that there's a compelling action. It's causing someone to do something. What's making someone do something? The law is making someone do something. What is it making people do? Wear seatbelts. Or, for example, his arguments made us reconsider our decision. Here we have the past tense form of make. And what is he causing us to do? To reconsider our decisions. Now we also have some phrases and fixed expressions where the use of do and make may not necessarily be apparent the first time you look at it, so I'm going to show you the meanings of some of these phrases. Make peace. This is basically resolving a conflict. For example, I had an argument with my sister. I want to make peace. Or, I had a disagreement with my boss. He suggested that we make peace and move on. We also have make a difference. This can be used in a literal sense or in a figurative sense. In the literal sense, it means that you are making a difference in something. For example, sleeping 8 hours every night makes a difference in your overall health. But make a difference can also refer to making a positive impact in your community, in society, or in the world. For example, she was upset by pollution and climate change, so she decided that she wanted to make a difference by starting her own organization and doing environmental cleanup efforts. So, to make sure that you've really got your understanding of the differences between do and make, I've got some more examples for you to practice. Do well in your exams. It means that you receive a high mark on your exams or you receive a high score, and you can tell someone as a wish or a bit of encouragement, hey, do well in your exams next week, or I hope I do well in my exams. I've been studying very hard. And the next one, do the laundry. Again, this is referring to chores. You can do the laundry, do your chores, do the dishes, or you can do your hair, do your makeup, or do your nails. Do someone wrong. This refers to an injustice or disloyalty towards someone. For example, I gossiped behind my friend's back. I really did him wrong. Or, my little brother stole money from my purse. He really did me wrong. And here we have do-over. And this means to do something once again, usually to produce a better result or to redo. For example, I did terribly on my test. I'll ask my teacher if I can have a do-over. And we have more examples with make. Make a journey. Of course, this is a bit more literal and it refers to taking a journey or going on a trip. And we have make friends, referring to meeting new people and starting and building and nurturing a friendly relationship. Next, we have make a deal. This can refer to a business transaction where you are agreeing on a business deal, or it can simply refer to another kind of agreement. For example, I make a deal with my mother that I will finish my chores by 4 p.m. every day, and she will make cookies for me once a week. And we have make an exception. This means that you don't apply or enforce a rule to somebody or something. For example, normally the little girl has to go to sleep at 9 p.m., but because it was her birthday, her parents made an exception. So don't forget, you can click here to download all of these slides and take a quiz at the end. You can also click on the link below in the description and leave any comments or questions. Once again, I'm Kay with ISpeakSpokeSpoken.com. It's been great teaching you today. I'll see you next time. Bye!